everything you say has been like anti-woman. Like you ain't say one thing in favor of
The
women. You know
question
what
was
I'm saying?
because of how the questions was. Oh, the questions were basically geared towards that. Ain't
Really?
nobody
Who hurt
questioning. We
you?
could,
Who
Say it
hurt you,
again.
baby?
Because what we not gonna do is this, right? One thing that I don't like playing around with is this homosexuality shit, right? I feel like that's like always the narrative that women like to push whenever accountability is associated with them, or I feel like homosexuality is something that we like to push to demasculate men, right? And so I can't give you a safe space to continuously make attacks at his masculinity, because I would not give him a safe space to be calling y'all bitches, hoes, and sluts and all of that other shit that makes you less of a woman, right? So
there's one thing that I take exception with is when people start doing this my culture thing. You know, like you advocated for people not getting married early, right? But in your culture, the average marriage age is 24 to 26. So people actually get married over and they have longevity in marriage because there are actual rules, right? Are you Muslim?
I am.
Okay, so what does it say in Islam that the man can have 4 wives, up to 4 wives?
Okay, if we're gonna go into Islam, I'm gonna need you to
Here's what I'm saying.
yourself
You're
first.
saying culture, right? And what
Right.
happens is I want people to understand when you saying that as though your culture is doing something so great. I want them to understand the parameters.
My love, I'm not saying my culture is doing something so great. There's
Well, here's what it is. It
pros and cons to
sounds
everything.
like it, right? It sounds like you continue to leverage that every single time. So I just want to clarify for the people that maybe don't understand these nuances that this would actually exist. Another thing that actually exists, that you got divorced.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm not gonna keep talking, but this panel gets pretty it caught me off guard. It gets pretty spicy. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Stay in the relationship so long because they content, they comfortable, and they complacent. They feel like, oh, there's nothing else out there. I don't want nobody else to have her. They selfish as well, like I said. So why I'm gonna let her go so somebody else could get it? Because you're not doing the job. I've never been married, and I'm 46 years old. But I mean, I know my problems. I can take accountability. Yes, I got commitment issues. So that's why I never been married, because I'm not gonna play with it. My parents been married for 53 years. But like we talked about in the episode last week, it didn't hit me. I'm just a little different. So some men don't want nobody else to have their woman, period.
okay.
I mean, I definitely agree with all that. And I mean, you gave two options. I'm gonna be the antagonist a little bit. I'm gonna be on the dark side of things. I think a lot of it is just basically because of just the actions that we probably had. Sometimes it even possibly be, and this is, I'm not saying that I'm doing this personally, but it might even just possibly just be because of the lack thereof. You always hear constantly nonstop that women are unhappy in relationships for so long, but it's never talk about how women be the problem in the relationship. Y'all always victims. But you never have the conversation of, I messed my marriage up.
That's facts.
I messed the relationship
That's facts.
up.
You don't sound like you really like women. I don't get that you really like women.
Sweetheart.
As soon as you call a woman out on some BS, they immediately go into attacking you or some other nonsense that doesn't make any sense. What he said was factually correct, that women will all the time complain about how something didn't work, the relationship, whatever, I'm so unhappy, but they never ever say, well, you know what? I was the issue. I was the one who was causing problems, which in turn made the relationship go down the drain. You never hear that. They're perpetual victims, always victims.
Let me speak. Sweetheart, if you want to be technical and you want to be honest, you saying this seems like I don't like women. Now, it sounds like you don't like accountability, because anytime that I say anything about a negative truth, you're mad about it.
There it is.
Anything. Any negative truth that I say, if I say that females talk loud, you say that I'm mad. Earlier, all I said was females ain't doing this, and you said that I'm mad. So why is it that when a negative truth is spoken to a woman, y'all actually say that the man is sassy, he mad? I'm sorry, she done jumped off and went somewhere.
She's back. Keep going. She's back.
I think it might be the sometimes it's how you say it. You're very passionate about how you say
absolutely.
I mean that. Like you, like we've been on an hour, and everything you say has been like anti-woman. Like you ain't say one thing in favor of women. You know what I'm saying?
But see, this I'm sorry, I'm not gonna keep pausing. But just because you call a woman out on some BS doesn't mean that you're anti-woman. If you have a child, right, or if you have a friend and you love your friend and you love that child, and every time they do something crazy, you call them out on them. You call them out on it in order to hold them accountable so that they can be better. Nobody would say, "Oh, you must hate your friend. You must hate your children." But it's only when we call out women that they say, "Oh, you know what? You must hate women. You must be gay. Who hurt you?" Like it's nonsense, man. And then they wonder why we can't talk to them.
The questions was basically geared towards that. Ain't nobody
who hurt you?
There it is.
Who hurt you, baby.
There it is.
No,
I think part of it is that you're generalizing all women as well. You're saying no woman ever, and because all females and all. And I think that's what
I just speak in general. I just said women.
And the majority.
I'm just speaking in general. I'm just speaking in the majority. And that's the thing. Like I said, anytime that a man says anything on the negative side, I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. If I say, hey, y'all ladies ain't doing this, oh, you sassy. Oh, hey, if I don't agree with you saying, I'm
sassy.
There it is. She's proven his point.
I still can't get over the fact that you said it's an excuse. Women, we have for real women problems that y'all would never be able to understand.
If we can't understand, I'm not a woman, sweetheart. Can you tell me what this dick feel like?
It's definitely not something.
Can you tell me what this pipe feel like?
Look how you sound.
No, answer my question, sweetheart. You mad at me because I'm speaking.
First of all, I'm not upset. I don't even know you. I can care less about what you think. However, it's clear that you're one of those men that don't like women. It's clear. We're playing the victim 9 times out of 10 in relationships. We are the victims more than not.
That's
Maybe
not true.
not 9 times out of 10.
That is not true. That is not true. Where did she get that from? What stat? Where did you get this from? This stat? What data? Statistics? Surveys? Where did you get this from that says that y'all are always the victim? Is it just because women say so? Is it just word of mouth, madam?
Myself, but more times than not, the man is cheating. More times than not. You cannot negate
but
that.
All these babies
I'm
born
not negating
to
that.
Not the fathers.
But why is it never that y'all possibly be a reason for something?
Of course we are. We might have an attitude. We might not want to be bothered. We might. You haven't said anything. You haven't said anything about like the gentleman said. It's the way you said it. It's your delivery. And then, do you know how this dick feel? No, I wouldn't want to know how the dick feel. I'm not a man. I don't care how your dick feel.
So why you want me to understand how you think I'm going to understand how females do? I never said not one time y'all don't go through it.
Because it's called compassion, homeboy.
You
That's
need a
why.
hug, sweetheart. You need a hug. Let me speak. Let me speak.
Especially from you.
Let me speak.
I would want your energy around me the way you speak.
No problem. And that's grateful, love. That's grateful. I'm cool with that. No problem. So the fact of the matter is, like I said, when we sit up here talking about these type of things, people don't like when those negative truths are spoke about. You have a lot of men that's in relationships, in marriages that's unhappy, and quite frankly, a lot of females don't show no compassion for that. It's no anything for that. We only supposed to do what? We supposed to just take it, be strong about it, show up there for y'all. Where's the anything? Where's the anything when it comes to a man?
Melly, who hurt you? Baby, who hurt you? Because honestly, generalizing. No, you have not said nothing but your opinion.
This is why. This is why men do not take women seriously. This is exactly why. This man is giving his take, and this is a great chance because women always want to say, well, how do men think? How come y'all don't talk to us? This man is expressing himself. He's not just speaking for him. He's speaking for a lot of men, probably majority of men, especially in America. And instead of just saying, oh, okay, well, I never thought about it like that, is who hurt you? It's always the shaming thing. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
When you ask the question, isn't that your opinion?
Huh? I'm sorry?
When you ask the question, isn't that what the opinion given?
But we've all been asked questions, and you're over here talking negative as hell. Like, do you even like women?
He don't.
Do you like us?
That's the second lady that has said that.
Exactly.
We make excuses. We're always the victims. Please.
Have you spoken one time since this evening about anything as far as how a man is?
I want you to give me a non-bias of like something.
Give me a question and I will give you that.
Anything I have stated, Melly, has been non-biased. I'm not here to further the divide, right? I'm a professional. I'm a mother. I was married. I come from a background that we don't play this. Men know their role, women know their role, and we come together. And that's why the marriages last in my culture. So I want to ask you, give me something non-biased. Say something actually like optimistic. Say something that makes me believe you're straight and like women. Because right now,
oh my gosh, then they go into the gay stuff. She's saying what I'm gonna translate what she just said. She said she wants men to say only nice things about women, and this is how a lot of women think. You cannot criticize us. You can only say nice things. When you hold our feet to the fire, then and you hold us accountable or try to hold us accountable, then we become sassy, we become misogynist, we become degenerate, we become everything. We become, oh, we hate our mothers, every single thing, instead of just listening to what he's saying. The reason why these relationships aren't working out these days is because modern women, especially in America, do not listen.
All I'm getting from you is your hurt.
Melly, who cheats more, men or women?
Man down.
So hold up. Let me just do this. Right? Hold up. Let me just do this for a second. One second. Because what we not gonna do is this, right? One thing that I don't like playing around with is this homosexuality shit, right? I feel like that's like always the narrative that women like to push whenever, you know, accountability is associated with them, or I feel like homosexuality is something that we like to push to demasculate men, right? And so I can't give you a safe space to continuously make attacks at his masculinity, because I would not give him a safe space to be calling y'all bitches, hoes, and sluts and all of that other shit that makes you less of a woman, right? So like, let's go ahead and did all of that, like all that homosexual rigmarole, bro. Like I really hate that we do that. And it's extremely disrespectful. This platform is not based on that. We love women, we love men, we love each other. This is not the platform for that. Let's really let's I let it go a couple of times, only because I feel like as women, I was trying to give you a pass for being emotional, but this is the thing. We cannot let our emotions override our intellect. That shit is corny. I do not like it, because I would not let any man come up here and disrespect any one of y'all. Let's go ahead and cool it with all the gay shit and all of that. That ain't what this is. We not on that. If you cannot keep your emotions in check, log the fuck off. It's just that simple. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscriptions, and all of that. Thank y'all for tapping in. And yeah, y'all can go ahead, and I appreciate y'all. Hit the like.
Respectfully, too,
When I said that he doesn't like women, I did not insinuate.
So let me just say this, right? One thing about me, I'm extremely direct when I'm talking. Habibi has the one that said, "Let me make sure that you're straight." I heard who said it. That's when I addressed it. If it was you, I would have addressed you. I heard what you said, but you did hit him with the sassiness though. And once again, and I heard that. Am I lying? And so with the sassy shit, that's like saying I'm gay. Sassy is equated to gayness. So we can't keep throwing these jabs. I let a lot slide just because, like I said, I get it. It was a heated thing.
He said it first. I just agreed.
I think you should have intervened with the how does the dick feel? That was a little left as well.
And
that
was wild.
That was a violation, kind of in a way.
For sure. And
so disrespectful.
I let a couple of jabs. Listen, because we're not going to hyper focus on it. I let a couple of jabs go left and right. Everybody, it was a couple of punches below the belt, and I let them slide. But now I seen that it was just getting way out of hand. And so, like the man that I am, I'm going to set the tone. Respectfully, then let's go ahead and restart. Let's roll it back in. Let's hit the likes. Let's hit the shares. Let's hit the subscribe. Hamp, run your movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's one thing that I take exception with is when people start doing this my culture thing. You know, like you advocated for people not getting married early, right? But in your culture, the average marriage age is 24 to 26. So people actually get married over, and they have longevity in marriage because there are actual rules, right? Are you Muslim?
I am.
Okay, so what does it say in Islam that the man can have 4 wives, up to 4 wives?
Okay, if we're gonna go into Islam, I'm gonna need you to
here's what I'm saying. You're
first.
saying culture, right? And what happens is, I want people to understand when you saying that as though your culture is doing something so great. I want them to understand the parameters.
I'm not saying my culture is doing something so great. I come from a background that we don't play this. Men know their role, women know their role, and we come together, and that's why the marriages last in my culture.
Here's what it is. It sounds like it, right? It sounds like you continue to leverage that every single time. So I just want to clarify for the people that maybe don't understand these nuances that this would actually exist. Another thing that actually exists, that you got divorced.
Okay, right? So are you gonna let me answer the first question?
This is the last point, and you can talk your shit. So when you keep talking about this, and I didn't ask you a question. I'm almost done.
Finish, Hamp. Go ahead.
I didn't ask a single question. Right. So when you talk about this fortitude and what your culture does, you didn't do it. Right. And you were married for how many years?
So I can talk.
How many years were you married?
I'm muted. Hello.
You're not muted. You're not muted.
You are. Okay. So no, it said the host muted me, which happened last time too. So here's the thing. You're correct. I was married. I was married 17 years. But here, let's go back to the original question. And the original question here is how many wives are a Muslim allowed to have? So let's refer back to that, right?
That wasn't a question.
Oh, rhetorical. It's funny.
Yes. So what it does is it set the stage when I have the floor. Okay. So I know that they can have up to 4 wives. This isn't a conversation that we need to have. Yes.
Okay. Do you realize that there's rules to having 4 wives? You can't just have 4 wives.
Yes.
Okay. So then again, irrelevant.
Like everybody on the chat, right? Do you guys know that alimony actually comes from Islamic culture? So those men actually take care of those women. I understand the parameters to having more than one wife.
Alimony does not come from Islamic culture. It's called meher.
Meher. Yes, it does. Yes,
no,
it does.
We get
right?
meher.
Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
If I'm not going to be allowed to talk and answer questions,
while I was talking. You interjected while I was talking.
Because you're talking about my culture, which you weren't raised in.
No, I know. I'm talking about Islam, right?
And Islam and I'm Muslim.
Actually belongs to a lot more people. Right.
Okay.
So now
I'll let you talk for me.
So here's the other thing. You have to also be able to qualify for more than one wife. You have to be able to take care of them. Their duty and raiment cannot diminish. They should all have their own stuff, right? The women are treated well. But I just want to make sure people understand the parameters around this thing. And I just take exception when people start talking my culture this, my culture that. You're talking to us. So let's have a conversation here and now.
I think there's things to learn from in every culture. And I think there's things to learn from every situation. And I think, like, I listen to my friends talk. I listen to I travel the world. I pick up things from other cultures and I pick up things from other experiences. And I learn from them. And what I'm saying to you, there's great things about my culture. There's terrible things about my culture. And I take from them and I learn from them. And what I'm going to say to you is if we're going to talk about my culture, I'm going to ask you respectfully, sir, to allow me to speak. And allow me, as someone who is born into Islam, as somebody who knows the proper verbiage, as somebody who knows the proper rules, to allow me to actually answer the rhetorical or non-rhetorical questions that you present to me. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to say it doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit here and further divide men and women. I'm not going to do that. That is why the divorce rate is so high.
No, first of all, you are dividing. When he's trying to express himself, look at his face, Melly the specialist. When he's trying to express himself and you just completely ignore him, what do you think that is doing? That is causing a divide. You insane woman. Secondly, you're annoying. You're annoying. I can see why you got divorced. You are annoying. You cannot hold conversations and build with women that are like this, who are just loud and masculine and just think they know everything. It's only a couple. It's a minute left. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
Right? Men and women. I'm not going to do that. That is why the divorce rate is so high. This is not men versus, this is some sassy conversation that is just, to me, is like corny as hell. I think men need women and I think women need men. We cannot do what you do and you cannot do what I do. And I'm not going to sit here and say my man messes up and I'm going to cheat or I'm going to leave him. And I don't expect my man to do that to me. That's it. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me hold up before Hamp goes. Are you done? Like, are you done without any interruptions, Miss Habibi? Like, so when he talks that way, because this is what I'm peeping, and I'm biased. I'm not biased, right? I can care less who talks, right? You keep jumping in when he's talking. You have to let him land his plane. And you seem very bothered. You look flushed at the moment. You just do. Look at your look. Once again, I'm a man talking. I'm a man talking. And once again, you keep jumping in. It's just like it's okay to just let that joint chill for a second. Anyway, Hamp, go ahead. You have the floor with no interruptions. We're trying to be respectful here. Go ahead, Hamp.
Yeah, her reply was her turn to talk. So I don't even disagree with what she said. I just wanted to make sure we set a proper baseline because I just hear people do that often when they come from cultures that aren't ours, right?
Okay.
So, Nikki, one thing that you said, I forget what you said about me. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but if you notice, everything I said when I was speaking about marriage was genderless. I'm saying that marriage shouldn't be predicated solely on like happiness being like the top of the totem pole. I'm saying that people should get married younger because comparison is the thief of joy. So I'm championing marriage. It wasn't even about like women or men. It's saying we have to have the fortitude to get these things done because marriage should be the goal for our people.
Guys, that's it for today's video. The man, she was annoying. She was annoying. I've said this before, man. I'll probably continue saying this until the day I die. The way most women act is the reason why men do not open up to them and speak to them, and why they do not take them seriously, because they're like children. They're just like old-faced children that pay taxes. That's it for today's video. If you want another good one, click this one on the left or this one on the right, both A1 quality. That's it. And I'll see you on the next one.